goodness.
I was ready to take a selfie.
Hey, y'all. Welcome
What's
back
up?
to I'm in Control podcast. This is the Charity E.
All out of sorts. Misha.
It's June Speaks.
I'm Janae.
And we are back with, I mean, in theory, another banger, right? So we'll just play this one by ear, per usual. But of
Do you
course,
want to talk about our new space?
not really. But I mean, maybe the people in the comments will be like, hey, kind of live.
It's cute.
Yeah.
It's kind of
It's cute
cute.
or whatever.
Yeah, I actually moved, guys. I bought a house. And
This is actually my conference room.
This is actually my conference room.
okay, now somebody lying.
All of y'all lying except Kamisha.
Except Misha. This
Today-
is really my conference room.
Today in Somebody Line. Actually, since y'all just started off line, let me go ahead and give
Yeah.
my Somebody Line segment.
Okay.
So in recent days, I have found that people that I've met outside just lie for fun, right? So I was at dinner at Nick and Sam's, and
Dinner at Nick and Sam.
people at the bar, they like to talk, right?
Okay,
They like
sure,
to talk.
sure.
So this guy was saying how he went to a HBCU.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Did you pledge? Because usually, I don't know, I feel like everybody that went to HBCU pledged. But he goes, yeah, like I pledged Kappa. Or no, I pledged Alpha. Can't you tell by the colors? He had on a red shirt. And I was like,
Talk to us.
Brr.
I was like, did you pledge? So he didn't know which one he pledged. Because then now I just got confused. I got caught up in the lie. And then I was in New Orleans. And this guy was throwing up the hooks, no lie, a full hook.
Right.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, you the bruz?" And he said, "Oh, I'm a Sigma."
Oh, well.
And then gave me beads and walked off. He was trying to cover it up with the beads. But yeah, y'all got to stop this. But somebody always lying.
Somebody
Well, I do have a
always
question.
lie.
Because you're Greek, but you're the girl and they're a guy, and when you find out that they're lying, you don't really check them.
First of all, I am 32 years old.
So
I'm
you
not
don't
checking
care.
nobody.
Charity said she
But
don't
if it
have
was a
that kind of
girl,
time.
if it was me, and I was like throwing up the whatever, the Delta sign,
I mean,
and
I
he was
would
like, "Girl,
probably
you're not."
figure it out.
Would you beat me up?
I wouldn't beat you up, but I mean, if you had letters on, I'd probably take them.
Oh,
That's on period.
That's hostile.
that's on Delta.
She said she been through too much
Okay.
Too much.
to let you wear these
I
letters
thought
for
Delta was
free.
not
You
hating
cannot
for-
slide into your sorority.
Like you want to, Mom?
You got to.
Okay, now we're outing people.
So I have my elephant, honey.
Because your
gotten
daughter
married.
is a Delta. But yeah, let's
She
get
be
off
lying
that.
when she out.
Yeah.
She be lying.
You're not
Anyway, so
honorary.
let's go jump into our first topic. So I was on Instagram per usual, and I saw a meme that said something along the sorts of, because I don't have it in front of me. It said, white people are allowed to, white people are allowed to, use their money how they would like once they become, successful.
Right.
Like they can just, do what they want,
Right.
and they don't have to worry about parents or grandparents. Where when black people become successful and whatever, they get a little bit of money, they have to send money home to then take care of their parents or grandparents. Why do black people feel like they have to go back and take care of their elders?
I feel like it's because, okay, so this is going to be very stereotypical, so whatever. But the guys who end up being like NFL or NBA, generally it's their mom, dad, or both who have sacrificed a great deal to get them there. You listen to the stories. Oh, my mom worked 2 jobs, or my dad, he was a single dad, whatever it is. And then they just feel like obligated to repay them. Okay, I'm going to retire my mom. I'm going to retire my parents. I'm going to buy them a house. I think it's just because of the sacrifice. But I don't think there should be, and you didn't ask this, but I'm going to say it. I don't think there should be an expectation from the parents to be immediately taken care of.
But I don't really think that parents are expected, and not all parents. Shaquille O'Neal just talked about this, about dreaming that the time would come in his life that he could take care of his mother.
Right.
Because of her sacrifices. And I just think it's something innate that sometimes when other people observe someone that they love, loving them enough to, take all of these risks and have all these things that they were not able to do.
Right.
And now they have the ability to do it, because when I listened to Shaq said, well, let me check your credit. He said, check my what? Like, let me check you. So, but it was his joy to give back, because giving is about the person who's giving. It's not about the person who's receiving. If mom and dad or grandpa didn't ask you to do it, and it's something that's inside of your heart, you just want to give. Right. There's nothing wrong with it. But why does white people not have to do it? Because they got more money. Their parents already got the house.
Generally.
Well,
generational wealth.
You want to talk about that generational wealth they got over there? I mean,
not all white people are rich.
Not all of them, but black families in the U.S. have 90% less wealth than white families.
That is
90% less wealth. So 10% of them don't have it? Okay. 90% of us don't have it.
Right.
And I feel like, well, that goes, and that's why people feel obligated to send said money. Because you're talking about, it's about the person that wants to give. Yes, everybody wants to have a giving heart. Like, I'm sure, people that are not black, they probably, that if they're giving to their parents or their grandparents, that's a gift. You know what I mean? Like, they don't need it. They're not.
They're not needed.
They're not saying like, oh my God, like I need food. No, it's legit. Like, oh, I'm thinking about my parents. Right. They would probably like this, but I feel like for black younger people, they feel like they have to do it.
I wonder if it's for other cultures too, because I feel like Hispanic families may do the same, or Mexican families, because I know there's a difference.
Yeah. Well, I think you just use the word
Latino,
Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Don't come for us, please. But yeah, I think everybody's desire, if you're a good kid or a good daughter, a good son, it is your wish that you could do something for your parents. Like, if I wouldn't want my parents to still be working, you know what I mean? Like, if I had the money, I would definitely be like, okay, mom and dad, you don't have to work.
Has Katherine Jackson never worked?
I mean, but mom, are you Michael Jackson? Like, he's been making her money since he was 6.
But that's what I'm saying. So do you see what I'm saying? Michael and the brothers and Janet and all of them were working, and the parents were doing other things to support them.
I'm sure there was child labor laws
yeah,
that were.
I'm sorry. Yeah, well,
that's Michael.
Maybe
was not
not
happy.
maybe not a good example
at all. You the one who brought it up.
Maybe not.
Okay, I think what she's trying to say. I think I understand Mom a little bit more than y'all do.
I love that for you. Please explain. Break it down.
No, but I think what Mom is trying to say is they did see their parents sacrifice, even though they've been wealthy since they were young. Right. But it's because of the sacrifices that the dad took to put so much energy into building them up to be the Jackson 5 and Janet to be an actress and all this other stuff. Right. So naturally, they're like, if I'm a multi-millionaire, I'm going to make sure my brothers, my sisters, Tito's kids, all them, Paris, that's what generational wealth is about. But I did see a tweet that said, so in response to what you were talking about, it was something along the lines of, so we have to be a rapper, an entertainer, an athlete to be able to do the things that like Shaquille did, the things that like, LeBron is doing with his about to reach his billionaire status. I feel like that's the only way we can go and take care of mom, dad, grandpa, brother, sister, niece, nephew, if you have that kind of wealth. I mean, I don't know.
No, I'm going to say this. So I work in a predominantly white male industry. Yeah. And my team, they're all white men. And I do know the difference. And we talked about this. I talked about this with one of my teammates at work. It is that I have watched the latest hires that we've made in the last 90 days. They are all, for the most part, somebody that one of them knew.
Nepotism.
No, they weren't related to them. That's nepotism. I'm talking about it's somebody in their circle, somebody that they knew, an associate or whatever. We as black people, when we get into professional positions, we need to do better by bringing up people we know of color.
Putting them on.
But see, we want to be the one that's flexing, the one that's in the big house, the one that's this, instead of like this reach one, teach one.
We need to come on with that, because Janae is preaching. She's spitting. That girl's spitting.
So it's just like we have to do better, because I have watched. Not that the people are not necessarily qualified, but they get opportunity to learn. And I think
they look out for each other.
And they would do the same for me. Like if we were hiring somebody and they'd be like, Chantel, you know somebody?
They look out for each other.
I'd be like, yes, I know somebody. That type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, and we're doing a lot better. I was just saying this to Misha, TerryWhitfield. Yesterday I was listening to him on a live.
Who's Latera's mom?
Oh, Latera's is what's the name of his company? Latera's, don't kill me.
Whitfield Films.
Whitfield Films. So anyway, he's a major producer, Emmy Award winner, I believe.
Podcaster, all that.
Podcaster,
okay,
all that. So I was on his live last night. Misha was on his live last night, and we were on at different times. And at both times, Misha said to me, and then when I was on there, he was talking to Summer. And so he said, oh, our friend June is on here, because I know Summer, we know him. And he said, our friend June is on here. He said, June, drop your podcast in the comments.
Yeah,
and that was
so nice of him, because
I didn't know that.
It was so nice.
He had already said it to me too.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And so then he pinned it, because I'm old, so I didn't know how to pin it.
Yeah.
Pin it. But I kept putting it in, but he finally pinned it, and I just thought that was so kind of him.
Right. He didn't have
because
to do that.
he is huge.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he's huge. His productions are huge. He didn't have to do it, and that's how we're saying, as a people of color, how are we going to stop this gap?
Getting any bigger.
We're going to have, when we get in those positions, is to educate and bring people alongside of us, and stop being so territorial. It's not just about us and our four no more. It's about the whole generational and racial gap. This disparity has to end, and I hope it's y'all's generation.
Well, I wake up every day and I'm just like, how am I gonna change this? I'm not meant to be average.
Right.
You're main
not
character
having
energy.
a lot. I'm honestly a feature, but
I'm definitely main character. But yeah, you will be my.
But you know what? Okay.
You know what?
I try to figure out what it is that I can do right now to build on it. I haven't quite figured it out, but I'm gonna.
But you're doing it now.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, you're working on it.
I think, and then and once we do get this stop spending all of our money on stuff that has no value.
Invest in land.
What I'm talking about, the purses, the shoes, how many pairs of shoes can you own? How many purses can you own? We gotta take money and increase money.
So like Kamisha said, buy land, because I work in land development, and to see how much these families, because normally they're I don't want to say family compound where you feel like, oh, there's this huge houses. It's just 5 or 6 houses on, 100 acres of land. They flip this stuff. It's been in their families for generations. They flip it to these big corporations, make $6 million, $7 million, $8 million, depending on how much money. And then that goes back to them. And just the same as Kamisha was just saying, one of these people, I don't want to get it wrong, but I think it was Hazel. I could be wrong. No, I think it was somebody else. She bought a $250,000 watch and was boasting on it. And somebody was like, my microwave tell the same time.
No, that was actually Cardi B and Offset. They
bought their child one, but
Rolex
a woman
for her 3rd birthday
bought a Richard.
Yeah, that is.
But Cardi B and they're different.
Money.
Yeah, so they're
and
not
that's a different tax bracket.
Yeah. But can I bring up something real quick? I did post this morning, 11 hours ago, randomly, and I did not know we were even going to really touch on this. It says, lift people up, pass along gigs, say folks' names in rooms that they aren't in, put people on when you can. Right. And this, honestly, because y'all always say I like to toot my own horn, but toot. One thing I can say, though, and I feel like this is why I'm always blessed, seriously, it comes back all the time, is that I get text messages, emails, DMs all the time from people saying that, oh, I'm a waitress because you put me on. I don't have a problem with a girl hitting me up and saying hey, can you introduce me to such and such promotional group because I want a waitress or I want to learn. She's not my competition. And even if she was, that's how you get blessings. It just keeps coming back around, because I believe in each one, teach one. So if I do it, when I need to make a phone call and I need somebody to help me, then that blessing, that seed is already in the ground, because I've done it for so many other people. But I feel like that's also something Mom has taught me, because even something as simple that with an outfit. What I remember, I called you a couple weeks ago.
Right.
I was in Uptown,
right,
and me and my best friend were eating, and this girl walked by, and we were both like, "Oh my God, her dress is so cute!" And I immediately was like, "Your dress is so cute. without hesitating. She said, "Oh, girl, I got it from whatever." I can't remember what she said.
Yeah.
I got it from whatever.
Yeah.
But let that have been, I'm sorry, I'm black. I can speak on I'm a black woman. Let that have been a black woman.
I
was like,
remember.
"Oh, boy, your outfit is so cute. Oh, thanks."
Girl,
and if I would have asked her where she got it from, girl, I don't know. My boyfriend bought it. Like, come on. I don't care. I will tell you where I got this from, because guess what? You're not going to rock it like me. We're probably never going to run into the same circle.
Right.
But even if it's my friend, I'm going to tell my friend. I don't care. Just buy another color.
We just have to be better.
I'm just secure in myself.
We have to, and I think it all still goes back to slavery. I still think it all still goes back to that slave mindset. And then when you guys were talking about, I think whatever your status was a moment ago, my girlfriend and I, Elisa and I were talking, and she said, "You know what, June?" She said, "We're big deals." Mm-hmm. And that's how we have to think of ourselves. We're big deals. And I think sometimes people say, "Oh, that's arrogant." That's not arrogance. Mm-hmm. It's confidence. If you don't say to yourself that I'm bigger than that, I'm a big deal, I have big dreams, just literally walking on the compound down in Waco to see what they had created with those silos. It started out with a vision.
You're not even talking, you didn't say who.
Oh, I'm talking about Chip.
Magnolia.
Yeah,
Chip and Joanna.
Chip and Joanna. They have a compound.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So you to literally see what was in one of their heads manifest the way it is, and now they have a network. They started out just remodeling homes.
Right.
But I feel like you was driving 2 hours away to go see it.
I'm going to see something that was in somebody's head, and there is something in all of our heads. I don't care what race you are, and what your status is currently right now. There's a vision, there's a dream. Move on it. Take your money and make some money. I watched a trader friend of mine, Terry. Terry has made millions of dollars over the past year and teaching people what she already knows. And that is day trading. She's a minister. She's completed seminary. She's a graduate of MIT. I mean, she's extremely smart, but she wasn't just trying to get the money herself. She was making money, and then she thought, "Oh, let me teach others how to do what I do."
Right.
And she's doing it well, and now people now are doing the same thing, and now they're having wealth.
I love that transition, because this makes me think of pyramid scams.
Here we go.
Because she said,
Well, she said Forex, baby.
But she was saying she's taking what she knows and teaching people. But everybody everybody right now though, have you noticed they're advertising themselves as like, come to me for this digital online course to tell me how to make 5 figures. But
5
or 6 figure, whatever, like 5-figure deals, 6-figure deals, a month. Let's say that.
Okay.
So they're saying that take my course to learn how to get this much money, but in their course, they're not telling you anything you don't know.
Right.
And that's how they're making their 5 to 6 figures each month. That's the newest pyramid scam.
They're literally Googling it, plagiarizing it, putting it on paper, and then making you pay $20.
No, usually it's like $9.97, like
something
$500.
Yeah,
it's expensive.
Something like that. And I'm like, oh my God, follow me, because like I have 80,000 followers and I can tell you how to get brand management and how to make money on social media. But then really she's making money off social media because you're the, I don't want to say dummy.
You're paying her.
And that's how she's
making
the money on social media.
But I want to talk about the other scams that have come along the way. So I remember back, I feel like I was little. Y'all remember World Ventures? In that You Should Be Here?
Oh my God. You should be here.
You should be here.
Everybody has those. You should be
and
here.
I was like, how do I get there though?
Yeah.
That's how they got you.
Exactly.
How do I get there?
Right.
And then you DM them, or back then, what was it? Probably MySpace. And they'd be like, you just got to sit down and listen
pay
to this
$500. Pay $500.
And then you get to go to Hawaii, take a picture, and say you should.
And that has the other person asking, how did you get to Hawaii?
Right.
Okay, and then we had Wake Up Now. Y'all remember Wake Up Now?
Yes.
I really don't remember the premise of it, but I never woke up. I never woke up. Still sleep. Yeah,
not woke.
I'm still sleep on.
I remember the name, but I don't remember what they did.
One back from Mom's Day is Amway.
But
Mom's Day.
Okay, but here's the thing. Amway was worked. So Rich DeVos.
Amway was, excuse me?
Was what?
Amway worked. Rich DeVos.
But it was still a pyramid scheme.
No. What I'm saying, they don't call it pyramid. They call it multi-level
But
marketing.
it's still a pyramid scheme.
But they really did a great job. Here's what that thought was behind that. If you're going to buy products that you need for your home, buy it from yourself. And then you teach somebody else to buy from yourself. Amway has made a lot of people rich. It didn't fall apart like some of the things that we're now seeing fall apart. Those were legitimate business. Mary Kay is a multi-level marketing.
No.
Yes, it is.
Mary Kay is selling a product.
They are selling a
That's
product.
not multi-level marketing.
Okay, but you're talking about
Let me
these
Google
people.
the definition.
Charity. Let's talk about this church that was selling coins back in the day.
What are you
saying
talking
was gonna
about?
be rich.
What is that?
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
We're not going to talk
Or
about
we could just talk about the.
No, we can talk about
the
it.
blood.
I don't have enough information.
Hold on, real quick.
The water.
Multi-level marketing, the definition, the practice of selling goods or services on behalf of a company in a system whereby participants receive commission on their sales, as well as the sale of any participants they recruit.
Mary Kay.
So Mary Kay people get paid if they bring other people on?
But yeah, because what they have to do, they bring on other
Are
consultants.
you talking about the sales girls? Yeah.
No, they're not sales girls. It's just like Plexus. I was in Plexus at one time. So when a new ambassador would come on, then it grows your team. So it's called multi-level marketing. And Rich DeVos, which was a billionaire, stated to us that he and his best friend got a college degree and said, I will never work for anyone, and they did not.
And guess what?
And
They also had money
but
for
they're
their
still,
dad.
But nobody else is a billionaire though.
I don't know that. I haven't Googled.
Billionaires
is a billionaire.
Billionaires are 1% of our population. There's not that many billionaires. He was a
They were
billionaire
wealthy.
because
He started it. Right.
So all these people trickle down. It's still so there are people where there is a pyramid scheme. There was one recently in the area. We ain't gonna name no names.
The Blessing Circle.
Blessing Circle, y'all saw it on the news. But that was the same thing. But why it became a scam is because they didn't pay out.
And it's because I feel like some things are a scam. We don't get anything in return. If you're giving money and there's nothing provided back, I don't understand why people would play into that. If they're like, hey, well, like we're going to give, $1,000 and you're going to get 5,000 in return. You need to explain to me why I'm getting 5,000 in return.
Right.
Like I'm not selling anything. I'm
Right.
not, there's no subscription.
So that's a pyramid. These legitimate businesses are not
I
pyramids.
still think they are.
I think they are just legitimate.
Yeah.
Multi-level marketing, and then you have illegitimate
They have
ones,
LLCs.
which
Those are
attached to them.
scams.
no,
So
the fake ones have LLCs. It's
That's
just
true.
a scam.
Yeah, it's a scam.
It's just a scam.
But look at the ones have been around for ages. Right now, a lot of people are selling essential oils, and those
Multi-level marketing.
It's multi-level, but it works,
Right.
And so there is a return. So they are selling a legitimate product,
Right.
They're selling it to people,
Right.
And it's just like having a corporation. The one at the top, the CEO, is going to make more money than the president of that company, and it's going to go down and down.
But he's not making money based on
There's just
you bringing
commission.
somebody else in, or you. But it's here's the deal: it's multi-level marketing. Period. In itself is a scam. It's like I get you, you get me. The more money we make. It's just that some people have been able to legitimately keep it going because of the sale of products. Charity, what she's saying is correct. I'm giving you $1,400. Why do I expect $14,000 back? I haven't done anything.
Well, that's a scam. That wasn't multi-level marketing. That was
It is multi-level marketing, though. It's the same thing.
It's
Well,
the same thing.
So, Mom, basically, you're not catching at all what we're throwing.
No,
down.
she's
Actually,
not.
like
She's
Mom
not.
sounds like the person that would fall for it.
Yeah, no, seriously.
She would definitely.
So the people that like hit me up on Facebook, even to this day, and I block them, so I'm like, you're stupid. That say like, yo, send me 100, I'm gonna flip it to 300. Like, use your brain. That's not.
I
that's
know.
not-
I understand that. I don't think you guys are understanding me. What I would like to see is let's bring somebody who's in a legitimate multi-level marketing company that there is a product that they sell.
Oh, I don't wanna do that.
Well, that's all I'm saying because it's not I love Mary Kay. It's been around for years. It's lasted for years. But when you're talking about these pyramid scams, where somebody come and say, "You give me $500, I'm gonna give you back $5,000," but we haven't sold anything or done anything, that's a pyramid scheme.
Okay.
That is not really multi-level marketing.
It's the same thing.
Okay,
They
we're gonna agree
coincide
to
with
agree to disagree on
Yeah.
that. But the people that are selling things like Plexus and Mary Kay, those people get on my nerves. It'd be the people from middle school that hop in your Facebook DMs and be like, "Hey girl, how you been? I'm just wanting to know if you trying to join my team and
Yeah,
level
right.
up and blah blah." I'm like, "Girl, no, I don't
Yeah.
want Mary Kay."
But
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
but let's
Or
not
Herbalife.
But here's
I don't want Herbalife.
But here's the thing: there are people who've made. One of my biggest mentors is a millionaire in Mary Kay. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. It doesn't get on my nerve because that's the business they have chosen.
Right.
And they're legitimately looking for new customers.
But that was your-
So we don't say that when McDonald's and Chick-fil-A and all of them on the same block and we hungry and then we just go over there and we're driving through their little drive-through because they're not
I'm
calling
trying to find a correlation. Help me find it.
The correlation is this person has a product that they're selling, and it's kind of like door to door the way they used to sell it back in
Okay.
the day. Well, these companies are doing the same thing through commercials.
Right.
If you
Okay,
get
you're
on
right.
Instagram, if I say I want a new black dress, here come black dresses from all the companies
Mom, but
coming
can I-
down the aisle.
Let me stop you really quick. I
Okay.
said the people from middle school.
I understand, but they still looking for new customers. They
Mom,
don't
hey,
know
hey,
if
hey.
you need
I think
that or
she
not.
worked for one on the side.
She is
What you
advocating.
selling? What do you sell?
Because I understand, because I have people in
Okay,
these
Mom, tell the
industries
people
that
what
are
you want to
living-
sell. What are you trying to
What
sell
are you trying
right
to
now?
sell?
What am I
What
trying
is
to
it that
say?
you have?
I'm trying to say that there are
No.
No,
I said
sell.
sell. What
What
are
am I
you
selling
trying
now?
to sell?
What
Because
I'm-
you act like you work for one of these companies.
No.
What are
I
you
think
trying
Mom has an OnlyFans.
because
She's trying to get subscribers. She's trying to get subscribers.
What I'm
You showing
saying,
your feet.
what I'm saying is, I think there are legitimate people out there in legitimate companies, and we should not knock all of them down.
Okay.
And there are legitimate
Okay,
pyramids.
Okay, say what you have to say.
Go ahead. No, go.
But what I would like to say specifically about things like the blessing circle is that you're mostly preying on your own people. And so you are making all of this money, and they said they made tens of millions of dollars. And these were like, they could be somebody's grandma, it could be you, because at the end of the day, we all want to make money if we can, but you have to remember, if it sounds too good to be true,
Probably.
it most likely is.
That was a
but you
pyramid
shouldn't prey on your own people.
Okay,
and
I
that,
want to touch on that. Only thing I can say, and y'all know, well, all of us do, but especially me in charity, like we do still have a very close network of Caucasian friends. Like one of your best friends is white, and my best girlfriend is white. So all that to say, I do follow and know a lot of white people. Okay, same for charity. I never saw any of them
Doing the
posting
blessings.
the
No,
Susu circle or the blessing
right.
circle. So I was telling Mom this the other day. I think it's us with the get quick rich schemes. They might have done like the, what did we just say?
Plexus.
You are here, or the
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they
you
did
should be-
that.
They did that type of
They
thing
did
where they
that.
were like on boats and yachts and stuff. But we knowingly are hitting up our people via DM and text saying, "Yo, send me 1,400. I'm gonna send you 14,000 back." The Susu, the blessing, whatever it's called. And I think it's just our community, because it's get rich quick, because we want to stunt on Instagram. And like we said at Galleria North Park, it's us all day in the lines at Galleria.
or it goes back to sorry,
Like-
Charity. Go.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say there actually was one white girl that tried to get me to do the
Really?
blessing circle, but it's because she has a lot of black friends.
I was about to say her baby daddy got to be black. Period.
Fired! Shots fired!
It's not them.
But
they
it
are
goes
not.
back to Mom's very original point at the beginning. Our gap of wealth is so large that we are trying to find any which way
To get rich
because guys, we don't get the same opportunities that our white counterparts
Right.
always get, and
Right.
that is just facts. One girl was saying on TikTok that she used to have no problem filling out that EEOC information when you're applying for a job online. It says, "Oh, I'm a female, I'm black, I don't have a disability, whatever." She noticed that she wasn't getting any calls back. she put that she was just white. She didn't put whether male or female, and she started getting interviews.
Yeah.
And I think, they say that there's no such thing as discrimination and all of that, but it truly is.
It really is.
Hence all the the times that we're in. But we do have to get better about, okay, Kamisha's right. We have to learn how to work for our wealth versus trying to get rich quick.
Right.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
But that's what I was saying. Even people who work in those environments that are selling real product and they're making income, it's no different than Target or anywhere else. They are just self-employed. But then you have a pyramid scheme. Please don't get those two confused, because the pyramid schemes are people not working for money. It's quick money. And that's something totally different.
What was the pyramid scheme for the white people? It wasn't Enron. What was it? Enron was something completely different. That was something different.
That was something totally
I can't remember what it was, but white people just normally end up in cults.
Okay,
They don't do pyramid schemes.
That's a whole nother.
Let me just ask this question. So,
on,
if
David
y'all
Koresh.
if y'all could scam one time,
Baby.
and not get away with it, or get away with it. I'm sorry. If you could scam one time and get away with it, would you do it?
If I could get that PPP. No, I'm playing.
Honestly, the
I
people
know.
with the PPP,
They're
out here.
The
living.
people with the PPP gonna have the FED.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I like to say, they could be in the prison come tax season.
After a while.
2022, just watch all these people on
Let
Instagram.
me tell y'all something.
They're gonna have. Let me tell you,
Mom, hold on.
they're gonna have the BBLs, but they're gonna be in prison. Everybody that got a BBL, everybody's shaped like a.
But it's
What
not,
is that?
I don't even know. It's an ant.
Is it a
Shaped
lollipop?
ants.
Like a sucker?
Yeah,
No, it's like, okay, hold
with
on.
a wisdom tooth.
Let me think. Oh my God.
Imagine a wisdom tooth. They all look alike.
some
They
toothpicks.
all look alike.
Wisdom
the
tooth on
hips and the booty, just leg is this skinny. I literally hate BBLs.
Why'd you say a wisdom tooth?
They look like wisdom tooth, and then they all look the same in all their outfits.
is the
They're all
BBL?
shopping at Fashion Nova.
The fake butts.
It's Brazilian butt lift, and they all look the same, whether they go to Columbia or Miami to Dr. Miami.
Yeah.
Honey,
same.
all y'all had to do was call me, and I could tell you.
Anyways, Janae, would you do it if you could get away with scamming one time?
I would love to say I was above it, okay? But just depending on the nature of where I was in life.
I could never.
I mean, we all
You
could-
like prison?
No. Have y'all ever bought a hot TV?
Oh,
You ain't,
never.
you ain't got to say.
Have you ever bought a bootleg DVD?
Never.
Have you ever watched
When
it?
they were, no, well, maybe it's somebody else.
I don't have to know where it came from. If you
No,
selling
but
it
they
and
were
you
at the
said, I
barbershop
got it
and they
off
were
the
selling.
truck.
No,
I
no.
have.
Okay, Janae. And back in the day, in the 80s and 90s, when we used to be in the barbershops, our cousin marked in the barbershops, they would come in.
Did you just call names?
No, anyway, our cousins,
Fired.
whatever, people's barbershops,
Right.
and they would come in with the backpacks, like, oh, sis, I got to come to America, I got this, I got that.
Bought it.
And then, but then when you got home, you saw all the people walking in front of the screen, it's
No,
pausing and stopping,
but let me
people
tell
popping
you.
gum.
Let me tell you.
No, I
Let
went
me
to the
tell
movie
you.
theater, okay?
Joe is still mad at me for this guy had walked up to us years ago and he had like the whole like movie theater type package. It wasn't even open. And it was like $200.
And you didn't buy it?
Joe was like, Janae, I want to buy. I was like, we don't need that. You don't even know if it's going to work. It's probably bricks. He is still mad somewhere to this day.
Tell Joe to
me
get
and-
Netflix.
On me and Jordan, me and my best friend Jordan have a
Well, he has it
podcast called Black Words White Page.
Oh, you almost forgot.
And we were talking about how everybody watched Passion of the Christ on bootleg. Like everybody who actually went to the theater. to see
No,
that.
we actually saw that
did.
Covenant Church.
I did.
They showed it.
Okay, y'all are.
But-
Oh, Charity, did you answer?
I did.
Would you scam? We already know what
would you
mom's
scam?
going to say.
I know Charity would.
Okay, fun fact on TikTok that I watch a lot of.
Okay.
They were saying people should never say what they would never do if they're not in that situation.
Right.
So some people would be like, I would never, or I'm not a thief. But have you ever been hungry, or have your kids ever been hungry? Like, you don't know what you would do in that moment. So if somebody came to me with a proposition of,
And you was down
if
bad.
I'm
bad.
down,
you down bad.
if I'm down to my last dime,
okay,
and I can't even put that on black in the casino because
Okay.
it's not enough.
Okay.
I probably would consider it. That don't mean I would do it though.
Right.
In the words of Brandy Norwood, never say never.
No, but in my right mind now, no, I'm not gonna.
I won't do it now.
No, I'm in my
I
right
don't even,
now.
I'm afraid of.
I'm afraid of jail.
Yeah, I'm afraid
I don't
of
want to go to
handcuffs.
jail.
First of all, I'm claustrophobic. This room is already. I'm like, oh, can we open this door? Like, no, I could never do that. I would think I would be the one that God makes an example of. I'm telling you, He would say that right there. Huh.
Meanwhile, somebody we know went in Walmart and got a cake for their son's birthday, and walked right out with it.
Oh, who? Did they mean to walk out?
They did.
Oh,
You know how Walmart used to have their cakes out?
And you would
Who
just
did that?
like a just a display cake?
Yeah.
who did that?
getting ready for the party.
They was getting ready for the party. Who did that?
What?
Who said that?
Who said that? Okay, no, don't repeat it.
So let's talk about hard resets because apparently people need them if they walking out with cakes. and whatnot. So
Jesus.
let me see what we've got here. Hard resets because people are really struggling out here. So Kamisha, do you have by chance? No, I'm not saying you need a hard reset. Can you let me finish?
You're always shady, so I don't know. I got to be ready.
No, it's been a lot going on that people are recording. So, example, recently the lady in Victoria's Secret who attacked somebody and then made it seem like she was being attacked, but she was being recorded.
That was the funniest, and that's what she was mad about. Quit recording me.
But she was
the way
chasing
she fell
the
out
woman.
and had convulsions. I promise you that video
She
lives
threw a
rent-free in my
tantrum.
head. Yeah,
She threw
And
and
then-
then she followed her around the store. Nobody did anything. Then they were telling the black woman, "Will you just stop antagonizing her?" No, I'm gonna keep recording her.
She
And
hit- she hit
guess
me.
what? She's $60,000 richer too because she started a GoFundMe and people.
Oh,
are,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the black woman is.
Why does she need to go fund me?
Because mental anguish because Karen attacked her. I
Okay.
think
She was
maybe
getting
I
an attorney.
She is getting, but she did get a GoFundMe
Yeah.
started. I would have got one too. And guess what? I saw somebody tweet today that the pink store is going to be called the black store, and it is.
Well,
She was just
okay,
trying
what
to get
if-
her free panties.
What if,
She showed it. She had the coupon. Did y'all watch the video?
Yeah.
She said, I was trying to get my free panties. And she tried to say, what's going on?
so, okay, what about, do you have any stories
This was in
about what's
Jersey.
happening on,
Let's talk about these crazy folks on this plane. So somebody on a United airline, let me pull it up. Oh, that's a video.
of course, she's in Instagram, like,
There's a picture of me. A man faces charges after jumping out of a moving plane at LAX.
What?
And this was a United Express flight was stationed at the Los Angeles International Airport after a man aboard the aircraft opened the door and jumped out while it was
probably like
Taxiing?
taxiing.
Yeah,
Must be
how did you know
taxing.
that?
Because we fly.
We fly on planes.
I did too, but I didn't even know that was the word. Okay. Aboard. And I do too. Why y'all trying to play me? Anyway.
Can I hit one of those buttons?
No.
Okay.
And he say, she's stupid.
She acted like a
Oh my
Mom's
God.
act like her grandson. Okay, out while it was taxiing on June 25th, 2021, per KTLA. That's one. The other story was the Spirit Airlines passengers brawl inside the Detroit Metro Airport,
mess.
and they acted a fool. Okay, tore each other up.
I think they all had bonnets on.
Oh, we could talk. Oh, we could talk about the bonnets
Focus.
because
Focus.
Auntie Monique is she right? Hi, my sweet babies. Southwest flight attendant gets teeth knocked out by that's not
funny.
that's not fun. Lord forgive me. I hadn't read this till today. New York Post Southwest flight attendant gets teeth knocked out by an unruly passenger.
It was a Karen.
It was.
I'm
they're all
sorry.
Karen.
I'm sorry if no,
Not all
that
of
is
them.
not true.
Not
I have
all
seen
of
a
them.
lot of videos where
Well, the
black,
brawl
it's
was the black.
everybody.
The black. When you hear brawl, mom, stop.
I'm just
When you hear
listening.
brawl, know it's us. We fight, we squabbing.
but no, it's I don't think it's one race of people.
No,
it's a
it's
lot
not.
of
It's
people that
everybody.
are just
Pent-up
going a little ham.
I think it's the vaccine.
Kamisha,
What if it is?
I know, I really do. I think it's the people.
What if it's
that,
like roid rage, but like vaccine rage?
Yeah, I'm telling you, come next year.
You know, I think
I
a
think
lot
it has
of
something to do with the chemical
a
imbalance.
lot of people have been enclosed for a long period of time, and then some people just having mental health issues. There was a lot that happened politically that I feel has started this. I'm more than you.
It exposed,
It
not
ex-
started.
It exposed it, yep.
exposed it, but it also made it bigger. And
Right.
so now if you ever have anyone that's a head of state or head of anything and they're, demonstrating some type of,
they're encouraging chaos.
They have created and encouraged chaos.
Yeah.
Then that spirit is loose in the land.
It is.
So people know it really is biblical.
Right.
If the head is, if you get to think about your head, if you get a headache, your whole body aches, right? Because it comes from here. So when you have a leader that spews out hate and say, oh, they're good people. Oh, they're really nice people. These people trying to come in and kill your vice president, your this, your that, and all that. And you have all this chaos in the world. Now these people are just loose. They think
losing their minds,
because the leadership all across the world may be doing different things. We just had someone to go and assassinate a president in Haiti. People just taking.
Right.
They're just. I'm serious.
They're losing it.
They assassinated the president in his home last week.
It is lawlessness.
Yeah.
It is. I think everything is mine.
Right.
I have a right to go into this store and act this way. I have a right to get on that aircraft and act this way. If I don't like what you did, then we're going to fight right now. Where did all of this stuff, this chaos is chaotic.
Okay,
It's
so
like,
can you tell the people, how do you know when it's time to reset then?
how do you know
When you're trying to jump out of plane?
For yourself.
For yourself. You know what? You know when it's time to reset, when you just don't feel like it's yourself, when everything is agitating you. You find yourself more aggressive than normal. You're mad about nothing.
Right.
You're mad because you can't find the remote control.
Right.
When you get to that point that just driving down the street and somebody honks a horn at you and you take out a gun and you think that
Right.
they deserve to die.
You need to reset.
You need to reset.
Right.
Like
Kamisha,
seriously, you need to reset.
Kamisha, do you need a reset?
Well, this is always about me. But
was just asking.
no, I've worked on my, my triggers and my anger issues. It's a daily process, but I don't jump to those.
You don't
levels.
jump out of planes?
No, I
and
don't
you
jump out of planes. I don't need to be, held down or anything. No, I'm good.
Charity, what about you? Reset?
I probably do need a reset.
Really? Have you been acting out?
No, I'm joking. I don't.
Okay.
Oh, I need one. And I think for me,
You need one.
I'm used to always like doing,
Yeah.
having to figure this problem out, go do this, go handle that. But my reset is coming, child, this vacation. But I have noticed that, when you're always just busy being a mom or busy working or busy doing something else besides taking care of yourself, you just hit a wall.
Self-care is
Yeah.
needed.
So
Yeah.
reset on the way.
Self-care is needed, and then also we need to hold each other accountable. Like everybody's just doing what's right in their own eyes. They don't care what anybody else says. That's what's loose right now. Whatever I want to do is what I'm going to do because they've seen other people do it and get their hand tapped. But there is consequences for us just acting out. Just like you see a small child, you two don't have children, we totally get it. But when you see a small child just acting out and they're using profanity and they're doing things that they see other people do, if it's a good parent, you're gonna stop that kid. You're going to correct that child because you don't want that child growing older and looking to do that to someone
Right.
else. Well, what we now have is adults who are adolescent adults. That's what we're dealing with. People who cannot manage their own tempers.
Right.
If they're annoyed, everybody else is going to be annoyed. They're having tantrums
At the
as
age of
adult,
35, right.
as
Right.
30 and 40 and
Right.
50 and 60 years old. Calm down.
Well, I wanted to say this,
Calm
but
down.
if you're in Target or on an airplane or just whatever, and it's like one person by themselves just acting a fool, cussing out a manager or another customer or something like that, are you saying that somebody else should jump in their business and be
No,
like, yo, what are you doing?
Absolutely not.
Okay, yeah, because people are crazy.
To their
I
own
don't-
self, you do your
so
own
what I'm
thing.
gonna do is
and
just whip up my phone and start me a GoFundMe.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
That's what I'm gonna do.
As I would be recording, I'd be like, guys, I'm about to start a GoFundMe.
Yeah, I'm just letting y'all know
Because I need to reset.
Because I need to reset. I need to be in
reset.
Dubai.
I need to reset.
Okay, y'all. Well, thank y'all for tuning into this episode. I feel like we were a little, we hit some good points.
I don't know. Did we hit some good points?
Hi, my sweet babies.
Hi, my sweet baby, or my favorite. Now I'm starting to, feel this little line. Janae's gonna catch it. Hey, y'all. I love that.
Hey, y'all.
But I do want to say this. Are we going to talk about how you can stay in control? Like,
I mean,
with your, the reset and everything else.
Go for it, Kamisha.
I wanted to say this. I'm just going to leave you with this. From one of my favorite movies with Richard Gere and Julia Roberts. She looked at her roommate and said, take care of you. I think everybody needs to take care of themselves because you cannot pour from an empty cup.
You surely can.
Catch what I'm throwing down. You cannot pour from an empty cup.
True.
Julia Roberts said it. You don't remember that? Did you watch Pretty Woman? I don't even know if you were born yet.
I don't feel like that was directed towards me.
No, but I'm just saying, take care of you. So
Right.
like Janae was saying, people need self-care, whether that's a bubble bath, a glass of wine, reading a self-help book, watching your favorite movie on Netflix.
Didn't you already say all that?
Then I'm just saying, take care of you. That's it. However that looks.
Okay.
However that looks. Getting a haircut. Going to the spa, whatever that looks like. Getting your nails done.
All of that.
Which is actually a chore. I hate sitting there for 2 hours.
She just named like 30 things that y'all can do in case y'all
No.
didn't know. But
I mean, some people don't know no better. Once you know better, you do better.
okay, thank y'all for tuning in to
I got
this
all the
episode of I'm in Control podcast. I am the Charity E.
I am Misha 08.
I'm June Speaks.
I am Janae.
Yeah, and we're gonna head and get out of here.
All right,
Bye.
we out. Bye.